let's introduce the Know Your Payload, Capture the Flag. Now, as many of you know, Adam, Bryson, and I, about a year ago, created a project that, again, free project for everyone, really based on contributions of other people and just bringing people together, called the C2 matrix, the command and control matrix. And through there, we evaluated a number of different command and control frameworks. And one, we found that there's a lot more than we thought of. We started, I think there was like 23 in November when we did the official release. And currently there's 54 of them. So a ton of free tools, only 5 of those are commercial. Obviously, SCYTHE is one of the commercial offerings there. And what we found is that as we reviewed them, a lot of people don't actually know how to review these payloads. And that is really bad for red teams, because if you're going to create a payload, you need to know what it does, and you need to know what it does before you deploy it out into the environment. And we really want to make sure that that's important and that everyone does that. So I also teach for SANS. NetWars is, obviously really big there. Ed SCOTUS and CounterHack run NetWars all the time. So I've played CTFs. I've never actually built a CTF. So I thought of a new idea for CTF. I also talked to the folks at DFIR, so the SANS Digital Forensics and Incident Response, said, hey, have you ever done a CTF like this? And because everyone hadn't heard of something like this, we said, let's do it. And like, this is one of those ideas where I think that it might be a good idea, but I don't know. And now you get to tell us. So we created the Know Your Payload CTF. SCYTHE, C2 Matrix, SANS, and CounterHack. Brand new. No one's ever played this. We only did some load testing a couple weeks ago. And what we want to do, and what we did, is we created 3 different payloads with 3 different C2 frameworks from the C2 matrix, right? And we give those payloads to you. You will then analyze those payloads and identify various IOCs. Some are going to be super basic, like what is the SHA-1 hash of this payload? Something you should know, right? That's an IOC that you're about to trigger in an environment. But then others get a little harder. So to do this, you need to register at CounterHack Challenges. Now, if you've ever played NetWars, and I know thousands of people have played NetWars, then you already have an account. If you don't, all you need is an email. And I'm actually going to walk you through that. And then to log in, you're going to put UniCon as the password there. So let me jump over to a screen that I don't know which one it is.
Well, and while George is jumping over to that, again, this is one of those things that we are incredibly excited about, because just like this is our first conference that we're throwing, this is the first time we're launching a CTF. And one of the things that was really key, and obviously, a handful of us care a lot about the C2 matrix and that whole perspective, but the idea of, from a red team perspective, we're throwing these payloads over the fence all the time, right? But it's like, wait a second. Have we ever stopped to think about even just a couple of the IOCs and other indicators of compromise that we've been generating out of the back of these things? Like, why is it that certain blue teamers can signature these payloads so quickly, right? And just having some self-evaluation was really the goal of this CTF. And we're super grateful to, SANS and the NetWars team for helping out with this. But yeah, go ahead, George. Go ahead and jump back into how to register.
So counterhackchallenges.com. I'll post it up on the CTF. There is a CTF Discord. So head over to counterhackchallenges.com. And then I'm going to sign up just to show you this. I already have an account, but I'm going to create a new one. Ask you for your name, ask you for an email address, which we will not get. There is a privacy policy. These are full professional people if you've never met them. I'm going to put a password there that pre-generated in a country. I'm going to hit register. Did I not put a legal country? Oh, there we go. There we go. See, I haven't signed up for this in a while, so you get demo fails. Let copy over the password from my password manager again. All right, and I have logged in. I will now get an email confirmation, which comes in pretty fast. I already heard my phone buzz. Confirmation key, username. I just created this. So this is the sign up process. If you don't have a Networks account. If you already have a Networks account, then you're in. Now, when you log in, say you're at home, you can go to register for games. It's the only game there. It's called Know Your Payloads. And it asks you for an auth key. And the auth key is UniCon. And you click register and you read the terms and you agree to it. And then it asks you if you're sure. And of course you're sure because you just read it. And then we're here. Then you click access game and you are in the game. Now, before you run through that, let me talk a little bit more about what the game is. So the narrative, because every CTF needs to have a narrative. We've detected some malicious activity on an endpoint after a recruiter downloaded and opened a resume.doc, which executed some sort of malware. We were able to take that endpoint offline before it could do any major damage, at least we think, but we'd like you to investigate what exactly that executable does. The CTF consists of 3 levels and require you to run 3 different pieces of synthetic malware to analyze what it does. Level 1 and 2 are question and answer, and really just to see if you have what it takes to get to level 3, which goes way deeper. Now, there are rules of engagement. You're going to see them on that screen. So please don't attack any of the target infrastructure. It's all out of scope. I am actually created a number of servers out on the internet to make sure that this runs stably, but they are active command and control servers with no controls on them whatsoever. So are there vulnerabilities? Maybe. But that's not your job. So all of that's out of scope. Now, you're going to download these payloads. These are live payloads. They don't do anything bad, but they establish a command and control out to a cloud system that I have control of. So you have my word that I'm not going to do anything else, but you might want to use a non-production virtual machine. Now, all these payloads were created and designed for Windows 10. So you do need Windows 10. And you can get Windows 10 for free for 160 days. There's a number of VMs there. And then each level is going to tell you to download a payload. So level 1.zip, level 2.zip, level 3.zip. You'll get the URLs when you get to that level. And you have to answer the questions of each level to unlock the next level. And then because these are payloads, you will have a password. And the password is just level 1, level 2, level 3, for each one, respectively. Now, some challenges do not require you to actually execute the payload, but many of them will. So level 1, level 2 are only going to heartbeat home. They're going to heartbeat to these droplets that I have on DigitalOcean, right? Level 3 does more. Level 3 doesn't just heartbeat. Level 3 does some things. And of course, we've created some sort of automation there, and that is where you'll be able to really see what some of these payloads do once they get onto a system. It's all automated. I'm not going to manually go in and type stuff. Don't worry. And there's hints available if you've ever played Networks. Now, there are prizes available. There is a participation prize, so you do get free stickers. The link has already been posted. The link is also in the game. And then if you get past level 2 by 4:30 p.m., then you get a shirt. So there's another form there that you fill out and you'll get a shirt. Now, that is for the level-based network stuff. Now, we have grand prizes, and we're going to give 3 of those out. And to do that and to qualify for that level 3, you actually have until Monday at 5 p.m. Eastern. Because on Tuesday at 1 p.m., I'm going to be hosting the Sans Tech Tuesday, which is hands-on workshops, 2 hours long, completely free, where we show stuff. And there I'm going to show and go deeper into the C2 matrix. We're going to use the C2 matrix virtual machine to create our own payloads. I'm going to explain how to go through all of this, and there we will announce the winner. So what you would have to do to win one of these grand prizes is grab that level 3, get to level 3 before 4:30 p.m. today, grab that level 3.exe and analyze it, just like you would if you were an incident responder doing forensics on it. Because as I mentioned, it does stuff. Now, some of the questions are going to be on networks. The other stuff is not going to be on there. And like I mentioned, Olaf gave some hints on what you can do. So that is our CTF. I will show it to you one more time. Once you're in here, you may have to disable antivirus. So the first 2 payloads, I'm pretty sure get caught by Windows Defender. Level 3 doesn't currently get caught by Windows Defender, but I'm sure some of you all are going to dump that on VirusTotal, and maybe by Friday or Monday it gets caught. I don't think VirusTotal is really going to give you any of the answers, so if you rather not, that'd be cool, but we understand that a lot of people will do that. So to turn off Defender, you start PowerShell, right-click it, run it as administrator, and then run this command right here, set MP preference, disable real-time monitoring to true. If you have any other endpoint control, then you might or might not have to turn it off. I don't know. It's your machine. You figure that out. If you have questions, we are on the CTF. Shout out to Dave Mayer, who's helping out there. We also have folks from Networks on the back end. If you have any questions, post them on the CTF for the Discord. Here's the link to start. And like I said, you have until 4:30 p.m. to get to, oh wow, and look at all those people that are already playing. We already got 54 of you on, awesome, to level 3. Then once you get that payload for level 3, it's all based on your write-up. And you submit your write-up either by posting it on a blog and tagging us, or emailing me that link. So if you do tag us, obviously that would be better. But you don't have to. You could just send me the write-up. All the instructions are in the game. The questions look like this. Here is how to download the level 1 payload. There's the password for it. And we give you a hint that for level 1, you need Wireshark. Then when you get to level 2, you're going to need Wireshark and Sysmon. So Olaf gave a little hint there. There are hints for each one. If you get the question wrong one time, you don't lose a point. If you get it wrong multiple times, you will lose some points. So you could take a look at the scoreboard there. You see someone has already gotten 108 points with 3 hints. So go ahead and have fun.